Welcome to Superstar SEO Q&A video number 2, the Q&A video that's so nice, I had to shoot it twice. Let's get started.
So you want to be a rock superstar and live large, big house, 5 cars, you're in charge.
So this will go pretty well because this is the second time I'm recording this video. The audio was not being captured the first time. I don't know why. So hopefully this will go. I'll sound really well polished on answering these questions for you. So let's dive right in since I've already been working on this for a half an hour. You into philosophy? If so, what? I don't have much time for it anymore. I do enjoy it. I do see the value in it. When I was into Buddhist philosophy very heavily. It was something that helped me in certain points in my life and something I really identify with even now. Some of the books I read and things I enjoyed was Dharma Punks by Noah Levine is a great book. It's more of a memoir than a philosophy book, but he's goes from being a punk, like an actual punk, with the mohawk and stuff, to being a Buddhist teacher, one of the leading Buddhist teachers in the world. And his journey was really inspirational to me. There's another one by Thich Nhat Hanh. I can't think of the name of the book right now to save my life. But he has some great stuff. And then if you want something that's a little easier to access, I would say go with, what's the Dalai Lama book? The Art of Happiness by the Dalai Lama. It's got good stuff in it, but it's also really accessible. So jump into that as well. During a meeting with a new prospect, what are some psychological tactics you use to help close the deal? Okay, so I'm not super well versed in NLP and things like that, but one thing I found that works well for me is to always talk in matter of fact. So, for example, once we start working together, or once I start working on your site, you will see. I'm always talking as if it's a matter of fact, like it's a done deal, that we're going to be working together and this is just working out the details. And I find that if I can do that, it makes me confident in myself, and that confidence comes off in the way I'm talking, and people relate to that and they respond to that. So I find that helps a lot, unlike the babbling that I did just then. So hopefully that helps them. When you build an affiliate site, how do you play with affiliate links? What's the best method? Putting links in from day one, or waiting until you get some traffic and some ranking to put the links in? I think kind of the end part there is what I agree with. Not necessarily for any ranking reason, but because I haven't tested that one way or the other, because I don't really care. But just because there's no reason to go ahead and monetize your site until you know it's going to get traffic and it's going to get ranking. Because I know it sounds like it's not much time, but as a successful business person, one thing you're going to want to do is optimize literally every minute that you can. And there's no point in going ahead and monetizing your site, even if it takes an hour to monetize it until it's getting traffic, because it's a waste of your time. That hour could be spent doing something that helps grow your business even better. So hopefully that answers that. What kind of results have you seen with the Workhorse WP plugin? Okay, so for those of you that don't know, the Workhorse is a WordPress plugin that's designed to build mass posts or pages by the thousands all at once. And the idea is that you can rank for a bunch of different locations all at once, just because it creates a lot of authority on the site, and you can snipe like lower competition terms pretty easily. There's another video on the channel that goes into detail about it, but I've gotten some really great results with it in a variety of niches, both AdSense and affiliate, CPA, and then local niches. And what I also do is create some other SEO agency sites and then create thousands and thousands of pages on those, and then just use either Source CCS or Alan Leanhout's plugin to lightbox the whole site right over to my agency site. So that means there's that many more ways people can find my business and call me. So hopefully that answers that. Have you ever used Workhorse? Well, everybody's into Workhorse today. Have you ever used Workhorse-like massive site to promote affiliate products like ClickBank? If yes, did you use duplicate content? We know duplicate content is no issue for local SEO, but what about affiliate sites when you're trying to rank for hundreds of long-tail keywords? I do it the same way. I do have some that are affiliate sites, and one trick I found is to kind of merge the two. So like find a type of business. I have a great example of this, but it's one that I don't want to give away publicly, but find a business and then make it look like they sell that affiliate product as an e-commerce product. So what I mean by that is rank for niche in location, and then people go to that site and looking for a business, and it looks like they're selling a product from their site, like they have an e-commerce, but it's really that affiliate product, whether it's a ClickBank or whatever that you're promoting. So that's just a trick I found that works pretty well for me. So hopefully that makes sense. I see that you constantly go by city names in your videos, keywords. Why not target a country or a county or a neighborhood? Well, I do target neighborhoods. Some of the ones in my like area, like where I actually live, that look like cities are actually neighborhoods. But as far as county, I don't know. I just don't feel like people search by county. Maybe I'm wrong about that and I'm missing an opportunity. You know, to test it out and let us know how it works. But I don't know. I just feel like people are going to look for a city or a state and not a county. So if you had a passion project, what would it be? What is your best way of monetizing YouTube videos? Easiest way. I assume this is all one question and not two separate ones. Like you're asking if you have a passion project that you want to do with YouTube videos, how would you monetize it? I assume that's what you mean, and I'm going to answer it like that. If not, then let me know. But I would like to do something for people that have trouble sleeping, because that's a problem I've had. I have I've had insomnia my entire life, and by insomnia, I don't mean sometimes I can't get to sleep. I mean, I go months without getting much sleep at all. I get, a few hours here and there, or when I'm awake, I want to sleep, but I can't. And it's not just something that it's a big misunderstanding, and I would see I'm getting worked up even talking about it now. It's something I would like to help people understand, and then I would like to help people that suffer from it deal with it. And so I would like to create like some videos or a site or something like that on it. And if I was going to monetize that, I would either find like a nice ClickBank product that's already out for it, or if there isn't one, I would create one myself. And I would just talk about the struggles that I have and how this product helped me get through them, or how it cured me, or how it could help cure you, or whatever. And then just put a link to it, and hopefully that would work for that. So that's probably what I would do if I was going to do that. Can you tell the story of how you got started in SEO? How long was it before you quit your job? Okay, so I have a nice long post about this in the group a while back, and I have it on my blog as well. So just ask there, and I'll give you a link to it, but we'll go through it a bit here as well. I got into a situation where I had a bunch of credit card debt after making some poor choices in my life, and I was trying to find different ways to make money to pay that off, and I didn't want to get a second job. So I was looking around on the internet one day at an old site I used to read, and the guy that owned it was talking about this thing called affiliate marketing, and that was how he was making his living now. I'd never heard of it before, but I started doing some research on it, and I came across a Warrior Forum, which I don't know if you're familiar with Warrior Forum. That's basically like it's not a very good one, to be honest, but it's an SEO/internet marketing forum, because this is 2007 where people still use forums. Anyway, I found a course on there called Bring the Fresh, which was made by a guy named Kelly Felix. And it was pretty good. It was $47, I think, and that was a lot of money to me at the time, believe it or not. But I decided to go for it because it had a nice sales page. And it's funny, if I saw that today, I would think it was garbage, but it was actually a great course I learned a lot from. I put up my first affiliate site, and right now we're it started around late 2013 and then into 2014. So I put up my first affiliate site and got it all the way to number one, and it was making me some good money, $300-400 a month. At least it felt like good money at the time for doing, nothing. And I was starting to make some others, but then around October of 2014, Penguin came along and took it down because I had no idea how to do SEO the right way at the time. And I've never been able to get it back to number one since. I haven't put a lot of effort into it anymore. It still exists, though. So then I was kind of lost for a while, and then that same guy, Kelly Felix, sent an email about another SEO course called Source Phoenix, and that was one of Alex Becker's SEO courses. So I bought that, and that was a huge stretch for me at the time. That was $997. I split it into 3 payments and paid it with PayPal credit. But I learned a lot from that and started putting up some more affiliate sites. And that was the first time I thought about trying to get clients. So I started working on that as well. And I was doing okay. I was making more than I did with my previous sites, but it still wasn't enough to really be life-changing money or even really put much of a dent into that debt that I had. So that brings us to around the end of 2014 or so. And then in 2015 is when Source Market came out, and I started selling some services on there, and that's when things really took off for me. And I don't want to go into a ton of detail on that, but because it is in that post that I talked about, and you can just ask in the group or something, and we'll find that for you. But that's when my business really started to take off, and I really started getting committed to getting out of my day job with it. So I was getting more clients and making more affiliate money and making a lot of money from Source Market, and which eventually became Conquer. And things just started to grow from there. I would stay at my day job, and now we're into around 2015, mid 2015 or so, going into 2016. And I would stay at my day job, and I had a day job where I worked in IT support from 8 to 5. And I would stay after everybody else went home and work on it because I had a better computer there at my office. And because, like, kind of a mindset thing, like, I was still in work mode as long as I was there. If I went home, then I would, like, get comfortable and, you know, just goof off and not be as productive. So I would stay there as late as I could until the alarm would activate around midnight. So, and then that helped me a lot. And then eventually I was able to break through. And I got to a point where it felt like I wasn't real happy with the job because of the way some things were going there. And I felt like I was losing money by being there. And so I put in my notice in May of 2016. And I worked there for another 3 months or so while they found a replacement, and I got them trained. And that was, my last day was August 16th of 2016. So from A to Z, it was about 3 years from when I found out about internet marketing and SEO till quitting my job. So, and then it's been about a year since I quit my job. It's been a wild ride. It's been great. So hopefully that answers that. What's your daily routine? Okay, so it's not as good as it probably should be. Most days I'll get up around 10 a.m., sometimes 11, sometimes 9. So we'll say 10 a.m. I'll start by answering any messages I have on Conquer, whether it's order messages or inbox messages. And then I have a team that works on certain services that I sell. So if I've gotten any orders for those, I'll send those over to the team to begin working on them. I'll go through and deliver any that are going to be late. And then I'll start working on other things that I have that day, whether it be putting out some content or putting in a promotion in my group or whatever. If I have any client work I need to get done, I'll do that. If I have messages to answer, whether email or phone calls, I'll do that throughout the day. And I'll eat lunch in there somewhere whenever the mood strikes me. I probably need to be more well-timed with that. But I'll work basically from 10 a.m. until, I want to say 8 to 9 p.m. And then sometimes I'll work all the way up till midnight, but somewhere between, I'll work from basically 8 to 11. And then let's just say I'll go to the gym at 9:30. I'll work out for 1 to 2 hours. And so that brings us to around 11 or 12. And if I need something from the store or groceries or anything like that, there's a couple of all-night stores around here. I'll go buy whatever I need, and then I'll come home and eat dinner at 1 a.m. because I'm a bachelor, and that's all, when it matters. I'll eat, and I'll just chill for a while, watch some Netflix or whatever, and then go to sleep around 4 or 5, sometimes 6. I try to go to sleep before the sun comes up because I can't sleep that well when the sun comes up. I can't sleep that well at all, but especially when the sun comes up. And then I'll just start it over again. So that's pretty much it. Well, lately, though, I have been finding that I'm a little antsy. So I've been trying to work in, I hate the term work-life balance because it's kind of a cliche entrepreneur thing, but I have been trying to work on that a bit because I felt like I've been missing some stuff. So Saturdays, I've made a point to start doing something fun. Like last week, I went to this event, and I don't really want to get into the details of that. And then this weekend, I'm going to a comic book show with one of my friends. Just something to do, you know what I mean? It's like out of town, and basically, I felt like I was working so much that I wasn't getting anything out of life other than work. So I'm making a bit of an effort to do that. And I know, you'll hear people like Gary Vee or Grant Cardone say shit like, you got to work 24/7, blah, 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 hustle, work, blah, blah, fuck me, blah, blah, blah. And, I get what they're saying, but I think they're full of shit too. Like, nobody works as many hours as they claim to. I heard Gary Vee one time say that if you've ever taken 10 minutes to go, I don't know, watch a TV show or something, then you've wasted more time than I have in the last 20 years. And that's obviously bullshit because the guy, he's obviously going to Jets games and shit. So anyway, not to get off on a rant, I love Gary Vee, but work really hard, but take a few minutes here and there to enjoy your life too. That's something I'm focusing on a bit more these days. So hopefully that answers that question and got into a bit of a rant there. How can I rank my site badapples.co for iPhone repair nationally? How long would it take? What kind of budget do I need? Okay, so this is kind of hard to answer in this format. iPhone repair is an incredibly competitive SEO niche, and you're wanting to rank for it nationally. So, well, first of all, if you don't have the SEO skill to do it yourself, you're probably going to need to hire an SEO agency to work on it and on an ongoing, like, monthly basis. Because, like I said, iPhone repair is incredibly competitive, and it's a national term. So you're probably looking, without doing the research, this is just a guess, you're probably looking at a minimum of 6 months, probably more likely 12 to 18, before you can really get up to the top of page one for something like that. And I wouldn't be comfortable giving you any kind of budget estimate without doing the research. But if you want to talk a little bit more about that, I know we've briefly spoken about it, but you can email me at info@superstarseo.com, or you can just PM me in the group, and we'll go from there, and we'll see what we can do. So hopefully that helps. What do you feel of people going to college? Okay, so I know this is another standard internet marketing like thing, but my story, I went to college a lot. I have an associate's degree in computer technology, a bachelor's degree in information technology, and a master's degree in public policy, which is kind of like political science. I got a lot out of all of those, and there are skills I learned in all of them that I still use today. There are people that I met through all of them that I still interact with today. But I also got, and I've paid a lot of it off now, but probably $75,000 worth of debt out of all of those. And that's with some help from some family members and things like that. So I guess it just depends on what you want to do in life. If you want to be a surgeon or an attorney, and those are obviously people we have to have in society, although some would argue about attorneys, but we have to have those. So you're going to have to go to college for those. If your goal is to do business and to make money, then I don't think you should go to college. Because I've made way more money doing internet marketing and SEO than I ever did with anything I went to college for, and I know other people that can say the same thing. So if you also don't go to college for stupid shit. And I hope I'm not going to offend anybody with this, but don't go to college to be a liberal arts major or something like that. It's a complete waste of time. You're not going to get financially rewarded out of it, and there's nothing. It'll never improve your life any, in my opinion. So what you want to do, if you want to go to college for being an attorney or a doctor or, I don't know, an engineer, then you're going to have to go find a way to do it that it won't put you in life-crippling debt for the rest of your life or for a long time. I don't really have a lot of good suggestions on how to do that, but find a way to do it that it won't kill you with debt. Get through it and then get into your profession and try to make some money and make it worthwhile. If your goal is to run a business, or if your goal is strictly financial, then don't waste your time in college, because you're wasting both your time and your money, and you're not going to get the best training anyway. And then if your interest is more personal development, so stuff like liberal arts and philosophy and what have you, I think there are better ways to learn that for less money, and you're not taking up a scholarship or something that could go to something that will be more to someone that will be, that it will, I'm trying not to say be more beneficial, but someone that will help have a greater impact on society by being a doctor or an engineer or something like that. So hopefully I haven't offended too many people with this answer, and hopefully that helps answer that some. Your millennial speak is on fleek. Well, thank you. I hope you found this video to be hot fire. That's the end of our questions for today. If you want to add some more, if you like these videos, subscribe to this channel. Click the subscribe button and the bell down below so you'll get alerted whenever we upload some new hot fire content. If you have some questions, you can either leave them in the comments below this video, or you can join our Facebook group at superstarseo.com/Facebook. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll check out the channel. I hope you'll be here for the next one. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll talk to you next time. Take care.